In a retrial of disgraced Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein, a jury found him guilty of criminal sexual assault yesterday, but it will continue deliberating this morning amid open tensions in the courtroom. Weinstein was convicted of forcing Miriam Haley into a sex act back in 2006. She spoke to Nikki Battiste right after the verdict.
What do you think this retrial, this verdict, says about where we are in the Me Too movement?
I think it shows that there's lasting change, that there is a shift in awareness, a cultural, shift. I'm so happy to know that the jury saw past the victim shaming and blaming and the antics that they got up to, the defense.
To anyone listening who has been a victim of sexual assault, what would you say?
I would just say that you're not alone and your voice matters and you matter. But I do hope that this result, for example, gives someone hope and encouragement to come forward and seek justice.
Well, Nikki Battiste is here with CBS News legal analyst Caroline Polisi. Nikki, welcome to you both. But walk us through what happened yesterday, why it was so tense. We keep hearing reports about drama among the jurors.
Yeah, I mean, after nearly a week of highly dramatic deliberations, the jury returned with this really unusual partial verdict. Weinstein faced 2 criminal sex act charges, and the jury found him guilty on one of those counts and not guilty on the other. The third charge, rape in the third degree, is what jurors just can't agree on, and that's why they're expected to keep deliberating this morning. Rape in the third degree here in New York carries a lesser sentence than the criminal sex act charges. That third-degree rape charge carries a maximum sentence of 4 years compared to the potential 25-year sentence for Weinstein's lone guilty verdict. It's been a really tense week in that courtroom. Jurors have repeatedly asked to talk to the judge privately. The defense has asked for a mistrial several times. And just yesterday, Weinstein himself said to the judge, "I feel like I'm having an unfair trial given all this jury drama."
Caroline, how unusual, when they reached partial verdict and the judge sends them home, it seems like that would kill the vibe when you come back. How unusual is that?
Yeah, it is.
Especially because they were released like early in the afternoon.
Exactly, 1 o'clock or something they sent back. But it's highly unusual, although the New York State Criminal Procedure Code does allow for it. But, big picture here, the die has been cast. As Nikki said, that one guilty count of a forcible sex act in the first degree carries with it a 25-year maximum sentence. He already has an LA sentence of 16 years. So that's a prior felony conviction that will play into his sentencing here in New York. He is appealing that LA case for the same reasons that really did persuade the New York State Court of Appeals here to overturn that 2020 conviction. But based on all this reporting Nikki has, in the courtroom, just that drama, the vibes, just how heated, the mayhem, they definitely are going to appeal this conviction. But these things take time. It took 4 years to overturn the first one. He's an elderly man. He is not in good health. He's going to be in prison for a while.
Yeah, Nikki, in reports of one juror feeling like he was bullied.
Yeah, juror number 1, the foreperson yesterday, spoke privately with the judge and the lawyers who told us, he said, "I feel like I'm being forced to change my mind. I'm not going to change my mind." A juror said to me, "I'll see you on the outside. You don't know me." He said, "I fear for my safety."
I'll see you on the outside?
Yes, and the judge had asked him, "Do you feel unsafe?" He said yes. They have not deliberated since then, which tells us he's probably talking about this third-degree rape charge. So they could come back with not guilty, guilty, or they could be hung on this last charge. We'll have to find out.
What kind of sentencing is he facing now? You touched on it.
Yeah, I think he's, look, in all likelihood, remember he got 23 years previously for similar charges. You're looking at 18 years, I'd say. I mean, just ballpark. But again, that prior felony conviction will bump up any potential sentencing because the judge takes that into consideration. So again, he's going to prison for a very long time. Although I do want to note, as a criminal defense attorney, there are some issues on appeal here.
All right. Well, they're back today. It'll be interesting to see the tone and the demeanor watching their faces.
It's been wild.
Yeah. Thank you both.